All right, the biggest news that we are tracking for you today comes in from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is set to hear a plea filed by the CBI challenging a Delhi High Court order suspending the life sentence of expelled BJP leader Kuldeep Sengar in the 2017 Unnao rape case. A bench comprising Chief Justice Surya Kant and Justices J.K. Maheshwari and Augustine George Maish is slated to hear the plea filed by the CBI. Apart from hearing a separate petition filed by advocates Anjali Patel and Pooja Shilpkar challenging the High Court order. On December 23rd, the High Court suspended the jail term of Sengar, who was serving a life sentence in the 2017 Unnao rape case, saying that he had already served 7 years and 5 months in prison. Sengar has challenged the December 2019 trial court verdict in the case. However, the former BJP MLA will remain in jail as he is also serving a 10-year term for the custodial death of the rape survivor's father. In fact, the 2017 Unnao rape convict Kuldeep Sengar's daughter and his advocate Aiswarya Sengar has arrived at the Supreme Court. A 3-judge vacation bench led by Justice Surya Kant will hear the CBI's plea challenging the Delhi High Court's decision against the suspension of the life sentence of the 2017 Unnao rape convict Kuldeep Sengar. Joining us live on the broadcast is my colleague Sambhav Sharma with more on this. Sambhav, we are expecting the hearing to start shortly. We saw that Sengar's advocate and daughter has arrived at the Supreme Court over there.
Well, absolutely. Here, a crucial hearing in this Unnao rape case is to take place in the Supreme Court, where the top court will hear the 3-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India, Surya Kant, will hear this particular petition of the Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, challenging the 23rd December's order of the Delhi High Court, where bail has been granted to Kuldeep Singh Sengar, rather conditional bail has been granted to Kuldeep Singh Sengar, who was earlier convicted by the lower court. Now this particular order of the Delhi High Court is challenged in the Supreme Court. The hearing can start any time from now as we speak. And what are the updates from the Supreme Court? One, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta is present in the court number 1 to appear for the Central Bureau of Investigation, and Kuldeep Singh Sengar's lawyer Shashi Tripathi reached the Supreme Court. He is also in the court number 1, and hearing to begin any time in the court number 1 of the Supreme Court, where none other than the Chief Justice of India will hear this particular petition, rather the bench led by the Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, Justice J.K. Maheshwari and A.G. Masih. The 3-judge bench of the top court will hear this particular petition of the Central Bureau of Investigation are challenging the Delhi High Court's this particular order. And there are some more updates in this particular case, because the bench is to assemble any time from now. We were expecting that the bench will assemble, and the breaking here, the important aspect here is there are 2 crucial hearings in the Supreme Court which is to be heard today. The two important matters are one now rape case where the CBI has approached the Supreme Court, and the other very important matter is of Aravali definition case, where there is a bone of contention as to what exactly is the definition of Aravalis, and these 2 important cases. But the top court, the 3-judge bench or vacation bench of the Supreme Court, will first hear the Unnao case, and after that the Supreme Court will hear this Aravali case. If we talk about this particular Unnao case, the Central Bureau of Investigation has approached the Supreme Court challenging Delhi High Court's order which suspended Kuldeep Singh Sengar's sentence 1 and granted him conditional bail in this particular case. during the pendency of his appeal. So this particular order is being challenged in the Supreme Court, and there is a demand for the stay on this Delhi High Court. The two-judge bench of the Delhi High Court, which passed this particular order on 23rd of December. This particular order is challenged in the Supreme Court bench to assemble anytime. The court number 1 is all set. All top lawyers relating to the case are present in the Supreme Court, court number 1, and I'm reporting from outside the Supreme Court. And as we speak, the bench could assemble any time from now. If we talk about this particular Unnao 2017 Unnao rape case, all the trials and everything was transferred to Delhi after the Supreme Court's intervention in 2019, and the conviction happened. Kuldeep Sengar faced trial, the conviction happened, and now suspension of the sentence till further appeal by Delhi High Court on 23rd of December. So these are the important updates so far. All eyes are on the Supreme Court three-judge bench, which is to assemble anytime from now. And also after this December 23rd Delhi High Court's order, protest erupted outside not just the Delhi High Court, but we have seen the protest, covered the protest outside the India Gate and in many places. And a small protest was also seen outside the Supreme Court just 20 minutes back. A small protest was seen outside. Slogans were chanted outside the Supreme Court gate number D, and heavy security deployment could be seen both inside the Supreme Court and outside the Supreme Court ahead of these two crucial hearings in the top court of the country. If we talk about this particular Unnao rape case, if we talk about the timeline, in December 2019, the trial court convicted Kuldeep Sengar, former MLA, BJP MLA, and he was convicted of kidnapping and raping a minor girl. So obviously the POCSO charges, prevention of children from sexual offences charges, were levied, and there is some bone of contention as to about what the Delhi High Court has said in the mind of the CBI. Hence the CBI has approached the top court for a kind of clarity. Now the matter is again in the Supreme Court of India, and anytime from now the hearing to take place in this particular case.
Right, Sambhav. I'd request you to stay on with us. In fact, activist Yogita Bhayana has spoken ahead of the Supreme Court's hearing on the Unnao rape case. Let's in fact listen in.
सोसाइटी को वो लोग समझेंगे और इसको अंडू करके इसको जस्टिस देंगे।
मैम कल जब जनता नजर प्रोटेस्ट हुआ था, पीड़िता की तबीयत खराब हो गई थी अचानक से, तो क्या अभी
शी स्टेबल, वो ठीक है, वो फाइन है, वो यही है, वो शी इज इनसाइड द कोर्ट रूम।
आज उम्मीद क्या है मैम आप लोगों को?
हमें उम्मीद है हमें न्याय मिलेगा, हमें पूरी उम्मीद है हमें न्याय मिलेगा और मिलना ही चाहिए। एज आई सेड कि हाई कोर्ट ने जो ऑर्डर दिया था उसमें अगर आप ऑर्डर को पढ़ेंगे, सुप्रीम कोर्ट डेफिनेटली समझेगी कि वो ऑर्डर में कितनी बचकानी हरकतें थी और ये डेफिनेटली उसको अंडू करेंगे।
Ma'am, what are your hopes with the court since it's the first hearing? What are your hopes with the court that whether there will be a stay granted by the court or not on the order?
100% हमें स्टे ग्रांट होगा और इस इंसान को वापस रखा जाएगा। However, in this case, अगला केस भी वहाँ ऑर्डर पे रिजर्व है, which is the murder of the father. I think ये सब समझते हुए, खैर वो तो जब आएगा तब देखेंगे, पर फिलहाल इस ऑर्डर में जो कमियां थी, आई एम प्रिटी श्योर कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट विल लुक इनटू ऑल द डिटेल्स एंड गिव जस्टिस टू दिस गर्ल।
Thank you.
एक बार इंग्लिश में today what are your expectations?
We are expecting justice as we expect from the highest court of this country. We only should get justice not only for this girl, all the girls of the country, but because this case has, highlighted the grave injustice, and I'm sure Chief Justice will hear our plea and definitely give justice to you.
And what is the health condition of the?
She's stable. She's here. She's fine. She wants to fight her own battle. She's around and she wanted to be part of it.
A lot of allegation has been raised by the other parties. They are saying the matter is going to be the political is involved.
It is political, no, because he belongs to a particular party. We didn't want to make it political, but he belongs to a party, so it became political. If he was a normal kind of a citizen who had done rape and all, it wouldn't have gone so political. But he was a 4-time MLA of a particular party, so we have to ask that party, the questions. It is not political. It is very much, on those basic grounds.
आप जा रही हैं क्या?
All right, let me go across back to my colleague Sambhav, who's with us live from the Supreme Court. Sambhav, this entire case, obviously it's garnered a lot of attention, and let's try to understand and make our viewers understand what exactly is this SLP or the special leave petition that the CBI has put in place, what it exactly entails, who can file it, is there a time frame bound that the Supreme Court has to hear this SLP in?
Well, absolutely. Here, the Central Bureau of Investigation has approached the Supreme Court. If I get into what exactly the CBI said in its SLP, the CBI has challenged the Delhi High Court's 23rd December's order, which suspended Kuldeep Sengar's lifer, the life sentence granted to him, with a conditional bail during the pendency of his appeal. So, this particular order of the Delhi High Court has been challenged in the Supreme Court. And earlier also, both the CBI and survivors' family has indicated that they will challenge this particular order, and they challenged it day before yesterday in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has also swiftly taken the matter on board. And also, it is important to mention here that the vacations are going on in the Supreme Court. Still, the vacation bench led by the Chief Justice of India put the matter on board for hearing. And here, the suspension of Kuldeep Sengar has drawn not just sharp criticism from the survivors' family, but also from the Central Bureau of Investigation. CBI has, that's why, challenged it in the Supreme Court. And as per if we talk about the survivors' family, they are.
All right, Sambhav, I'll request you to stay on with us. In fact, let me also go across to Bhavna Sisodia, who's joining us with Yogita. Bhavna, what all details can you share with us right now that the case is beginning?
जी देखिए, मैं आपको बता दूं कि आज जो है उन्नाव रेप के इस मामले में सुप्रीम कोर्ट में सुनवाई होनी है। और वहीं अगर इस सुनवाई की बात की जाए तो जहां पीड़िता और पीड़िता की मां जो है वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में मौजूद है, तो वहीं जो कुलदीप सैगर है उनके वकील भी जो है सुप्रीम।
Yes, absolutely.
We are heard because we are also seeking justice, because we were very disappointed with the order of High Court, and we wanted it to be undone. We were also going to apply through our lawyers, but however CBI has reached and we are here.
Okay, so what exactly is the bone of contention? What exactly are you, I mean, in a way, your demands when it comes to Delhi High Court's 23rd December?
I would say, and I would put it on record, it is a very stupid order. They were trying to find ways to let him go. I think Supreme Court will understand, CGI will understand, because it has been presented to CGI. I think he will definitely read and laugh it and feel sad about the wisdom of the High Court judges, and then he will definitely keep money.
Yogita ji, we have seen the slogans being sloganeering outside the gate number D of the Supreme Court, demanding justice from the top court of the country. So, if we talk about what exactly is your expectation from today's three-judge bench of the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court has taken the matter on board just within 2 days.
Yes, because of the.
Thank you, Yogita ji. Thank you very much. So, it was Yogita Bayana, and she discussed out with us as to why they approached the top court of the country, as in the CBI approached the Supreme Court of India, challenging the December 23rd order of the Delhi High Court. However, they are in a way supporting Central Bureau of Investigation and survivors' family, and as per her, I mean, justice so far has not been done in this particular case. Now it is to be seen what the Supreme Court three-judge bench and especially the Chief Justice of India will have to say in this particular case.
All right. In fact, we have some more inputs on the story. Members